fish friends. So I just came back from the fish store. I went to a local fish store here in Plano called Exotic Aquatics. I got me 2 Nerite snails to go with the other Nerite snail I have in there now that I've had for like a year in my 20 gallon. And I moved over to this tank. And then I've got 5 Amano shrimp as well that I'm gonna add to this tank. So one of the first things you wanna do is to get them acclimated. So it's one thing just to stick it in the tank to get the temperature acclimated, but you also wanna get them acclimated to your water. Now, Nerite snails are probably one of the best algae-eating snails you can get for your aquarium. I highly recommend getting at least 2 to 3 of them if you have a large aquarium. So here I'm just going to show you how I add some of the water from the aquarium directly into the bag. I do this a couple times over a course of like 30 minutes. And I'm going to do the same thing with the Amano shrimp as well. I'm just going to pour some water in there, and I'm going to clip it to the side of the tank. And again, I'll do this at least 2 or 3 times. All right, and here are the Amano shrimp. And honestly, these guys are like little cleanup machines. They're one of the best things you can add to a new tank, especially when you're starting to see algae like I am. And here's a close-up of the 2 Nerite snails I just got. And that is my original Nerite snail. You can tell the difference in size. This one's a year old. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and release these Nerite snails into the tank. Here they are. Okay, guys. All right, go join your buddy down there. I'll keep an eye on him. These little guys are amazing at cleaning glass, rocks, and driftwood. Basically all of the hard surfaces in an aquarium. And the best part, they don't reproduce in fresh water, so you're not going to end up with a tank full of them. Now, don't get me wrong, these guys are not just going to wipe out all of your algae problems overnight. But they definitely help keep it under control, especially in a new tank like this. I was trying to net these guys out. I was hoping they would just attach themselves to the net, but it wasn't that easy. And I'm going to go back and get probably 5 more. Now, Amano shrimp will spend pretty much all day grazing on biofilm, leftover food, and algae. They don't miss anything. So instead of me fighting algae alone, I've got like a whole crew helping out. These guys really were very inquisitive and just explored the entire tank the very first day. So between the Amano shrimp and the Nerite snails, I'm basically building a little cleanup crew to help keep everything balanced while this tank is still new. So what I've learned is that this is all part of the process with a new aquarium. You're going to get algae, things are going to look a little messy at first. But if you stay consistent and just let the tank mature, it'll all start to come together. Well, thanks for watching, fish friends. I appreciate everybody's comments and feedback because I always keep telling you I'm new at this. I'm learning right along with you. And so let's just do this together.